So it is the Christmas holiday, and everybody's getting to that point where they're starting to wind down. And I'm almost there. I got a few more things to work on. And in fact, there's a couple of things that I'm working on that I wanted to talk about because a lot of you have asked about these items and you've asked about these questions because this year we've been working with a lot of small businesses and helping them navigate, 2020. And there's a few more things to finish up for the year. Now, one of the big areas that people have been asking about is, getting loans from the bank to support your business. Well, I've talked about this before, but I've said, I should probably go a little bit deeper into this one. So I'm definitely going to go deeper because tonight I'm actually filming the online course, and it's called, how to get the bank to give you a loan. And there, what I do is I go through some of the same things that I've helped, some of my clients work through, some of the same process I've gone through myself and, getting financing to buy investment properties, things that I've done to help major businesses or big businesses go through that loan process. And then also, 2 weeks ago, I had a conversation with a very successful commercial banker, and he and I had a very transparent, it was extremely transparent to where he told me a lot of stuff that I'm not even sure the bank wants you to understand or the bank wants you to know. But he gave me a lot of insight, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So I decided I'm going to take a lot of what I got there and my own experiences, and I'm going to put it in a course that's just for, all of you out there that want to buy the course. If you're trying to figure out how to get the bank to give you a loan, whether that's for your business or your investment properties, you're looking at different things. I'm going to share some insight in that course. Now, some of the things that I'll give you a little hint. Some of the things that I'm going to talk about are really what the bank actually cares about. So when you think about banking economics and you think about, the deal or, a loan from their perspective, there are certain things that they want. And then there are some things that they don't care about as much. Now, when it comes down to a business loan, the truth is your credit score is not as important as you may think it is. And when I was talking with these commercial bankers, one of the things that they helped me understand, and even I went through myself, it's just like your credit score is a factor, but that's not the biggest and the most important thing. And when you understand banking economics and you understand how the bank actually makes its money, then you can start to understand why your credit score may not be the most important thing. And there are other things that you can do. And one of the big tips that a lot of the commercial bankers that I talked to told me is, you want to start building that relationship early. So if you want to get a loan and you want to finance an investment, or you want to finance a property, or you want to finance a business, I tell all my clients, let's start developing that relationship now. Because, think of it, it's kind of like dating. Or I think it's even beyond dating. It's like going into a marriage, because if you think about it, they're going to give you, let's say, $100,000 to put into your business. That's a pretty big commitment, and that relationship or that contract of you paying them back is going to exist for a while. So think about it when it comes down to dating. Would you just, jump into a marriage with somebody who walked in off the street and said, "Hey, I'm single, I'm eligible, or I'm available"? Would you just jump into a marriage with them, or would you want to actually kind of get to know them first, see who they are? And that's why it's very important, if you're trying to get a bank loan, or you're trying to get a loan or financing, or even investors for your business, you want to start building that relationship before you actually need the money. So I'm working on that course tonight. It should be up within the week. So I actually want to jump over to the website so you guys can actually see what's going on there. We're doing some great stuff there with the website as far as all the courses that we have available. Some of the ones that, the early ones that we put up, like the basics of the financial statements, like if you're a business owner or you're just trying to understand financial statements. If you're trying to invest, one of the things that you want to understand are financial statements, because if you don't understand the financial statements, you're probably going to struggle as an investor. You're going to struggle as a business owner. And to be honest with you, sometimes when you're trying to move move up in your career, at a certain level, you need to understand the economics of the business to actually continue moving forward. Well, I break it down for you in that one. And I left that little cool picture of the dog at the movie theater because the very first training, what I do is I actually break down the income statement and I compare it to the same way that a Hollywood theater or Hollywood production studio thinks about putting together a cast for their movie. I mean, I try to keep it very practical so people can understand it. The tax bundle has been a huge one. And also what we did is we broke out of the tax bundle because a lot of people were doing different things that I found. Some business owners were doing some stuff that I'm like, that's probably not as legit as you think. So I came up with the course, the Stay Out of Jail Plan, because I don't want people getting in trouble because they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. So the Stay Out of Jail Plan course is up. We also got, like I said, several other courses like, common tax strategies, how to pick the right finance person, because I tell people all the time, everybody who says they're an accountant or says they can do your taxes or says they can help you on the financial side of your business, they're not the right fit for you. And if you're working with the wrong person, that's going to hurt your business, because if they do something wrong, or let's say if something happens, and let's say the IRS or the bank needs wants to follow up with you, or they're not happy about something that happened, they're going to come to you because your name and your signature is the one that's on the tax return or it's on the document. So you want to make sure you're working with the right people. And some of the other courses, like I said, some of the things we got for pre-order are just different areas of the business so you can start understanding. I know for all my restaurant owners, we're actually creating a very specific training for restaurant owners, because even in, with COVID happening in 2020, one of my clients is a restaurant owner, and his restaurant, because he's been able to understand the numbers and put in the work, he has been profitable in his business. I mean, while other businesses were closing, he was able to stay profitable and to expand in his business. So I'm definitely going to be sharing some of the financial tips and things that I helped him understand as he was navigating his business through COVID, and the things that are going to help him continue to grow his business and take it to the next level. So, like I said, we got several courses, and we're also, I do want to give a little hint. One of the things we're also doing is we are also expanding the courses into Spanish. So my wife, who is fluent in 4 different languages, Spanish being one of them, she's going to be creating courses in Spanish. So for all of our Spanish speaking audience, we didn't leave you out. We got you covered as well. So Lola will be taking care of that. And then something else that I wanted to call to your attention to is, I'm very thankful for this. It has been a great year of grinding, working hard. I mean, 2020 has been a year of phenomenal opportunity. If you were willing to go hunt for it. And I mean, yes, you had to hunt a little bit harder and you had to, hustle a little bit more. But 2020 has been a phenomenal year because we've just been hustling. I mean, and we've been hustling hard. I mean, I think, I tell people this where, I decided back in March to take a step back from my corporate career so that I can focus on, spending more time with my wife as well as building up our business. And it was a scary move, but I think it was the right move for us. And I love the corporate career or the corporate journey that I was on. But to take a step back from that, to take a step of faith, to really focus on our marriage and focus on our business and building that up has been a phenomenal journey that I'm excited about. And I think it's definitely panning out to be great. And one of the things that we did was we launched the Business Talk Library show, where we've done interviews with over 230 interviews in 2020. So just about every week, I've probably been talking to about 10 CEOs, founders, executives from companies all around the world, having them on the show. We sit down, we have a conversation, we talk about their business, they tell their story, and they've been given some really, really, really good insight. And I've been excited to share all of that with you. So we share all of that show for free. And one of the things that I've been excited about is that, there's so many people looking at that show and they've gotten so much wisdom and insight of learning from other successful people. I mean, we've interviewed people that are in the early stages of starting their business up to, senior executives for $14 billion companies, because we've just been able to share that wisdom, because we've been fortunate to get in our foot in the door in rooms that, I could have never imagined we would be able to sit in and have the different type of conversations with multimillionaires, people that are doing great things in business. So we decided to share that information we got from them to share it with everyone else. So that show is free. So definitely follow us on the Business Talk Library page. You can check out all the interviews on YouTube. And the exciting thing is we've been picked up by a online television channel, Relationship TV. I'm excited about that because our show has actually been picked up and will be featured on Relationship TV. Yeah, see that little guy, that guy right there? That is me, and that is our show. It has been picked up on Relationship TV. So definitely check out re-tv.net. Every Tuesday night at 6 p.m., you can check out the Business Talk Library show. And right now, my wife and I are already sketching out season 2, because right now we're in episode 6 of season 1, but we're already working on season 2. And we got some interesting things going on in season 2, where you're going to see a whole lot more of Lola and I in season 2. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is, a lot of people are going on to hopping on the Robinhood. They're investing, buying stocks. And I think that is great. One of the things that I always tell people, it's never too late or too early to start thinking about, making your money work for you. And I think that's great when you do it. So one of the other things that we're doing is we're actually creating tons of videos on breaking down stocks and investments, helping people understand what's going on with stocks and investments. We're doing that every single week. Like, in fact, today I just released one on Zynga. It's a company, at the time when I filmed it, it was trading at maybe $8 a share, and it's definitely gone up to above $9 a share just in a matter of like 3 days. And I talk about that company. I dig into the numbers, the products, to let you know what's going on with it, what I think about it. And I do that every single week because I know a lot of people are trying to get into investing. So the reason why I do those is to walk through an example of how I do homework when it comes to stock. And all of that comes from, like I said, the years that I spent working for public companies, the years I spent working for, working with Wall Street analysts, or working with, CEOs and CFOs of multi-billion-dollar companies, and helping them think through and analyze businesses that we were buying or selling or trying to grow businesses. So it's like I know the language and I know what certain stuff means. So I walk through those trainings to help people understand, hey, what's going on behind the numbers? Because you don't want to just buy a stock just because it's popular or just because somebody talked about it. You definitely want to make sure you're doing your homework. And on that show, I actually walk you through how to do the homework. And I do one for free every single week. I'm dropping one every single week. We're releasing one. Actually, what I did for the holiday season is I think I just released like nine different companies that I went through in detail, where myself and my team, we're doing the research on that and we're sharing it with you. Now, what we also have is, for those that want to take it a little bit further, we also have the community on Patreon, where you can join the community on Patreon, where you can actually get access to more of the things that we're doing. Because we're not only just doing one a week, we're actually doing research on, at a minimum, we're doing 3 to 4 a week that we are reviewing, and we're doing the research, and we create a video where we walk through it, and we do it in less than 15 minutes. So we share that we share one for free on the Facebook, the Instagram, YouTube community. But then again, we also do more that we share exclusively for the community on Patreon. So definitely want to say 2020 has been a great year. Thank you guys so much. Look out for the courses that are coming your way. Also, look out for more of the stock reviews, and check us out on RETV Tuesday nights at 6 p.m.